Fellowship competition. They are here in attendance tonight, as they will be each and every week here at Can-Am. Not sure of the count on the 50-50 right now, but on Wednesday night we got over $1,100, and hopefully we can hit that here this evening here at the Speedway. Don't forget, mark it down in your calendars, next Friday night right here at Can-Am. Next Friday, no racing. No racing next Friday at Can-Am. We'll take a week off. Memorial Day weekend coming up. One of the biggest weekends in racing. Monaco Grand Prix for Formula One, the Indy 500 for the IndyCar Series, and then, of course, the Coca-Cola 600 for the NASCAR Cup Series. We'll take the week off to enjoy that, but we'll come back the week after on June the 3rd. Full program. Those of you watching on DirtTrackDigest.tv, we welcome you to the Can-Am Speedway as well. Mike Mallet is not here, but I know he must be watching from someplace, somewhere, that probably might involve a cocktail or two, because he deserves it. He's been working his tail off all week long. A lot of racing going on all over the Northeast. So Anthony St. Mary Jr. will go away from the point. Outside will be Justin McIntyre in the 52J, 11 of Justin Burns, along with the O.J. White 94. Row 3, Steve Smith in the 16 with Chuck Monica on the 100. Joe Orvis in the 11A, 27 of Justin Pope. Austin Smith the 31, Travis Berkman, Robert Flint, Tony Frezzo, Francis White, Jared Gilson. Complete your field. 15 laps. The Marcia Gibbons TLC Real Estate Thundercars are green. Boy, O.J. White's not afraid of anything, is he? Drives right through the middle, puts the power to the ground, and tries to get away as the 52 of McIntyre goes a little wide. That's a little off-road excursion on the back straightaway, but he'll bring it back on the racetrack, loses a ton of spots. In the meantime, though, O.J. White lost the lead as Anthony St. Mary Jr. will lead lap number 1. Into turn number 1 and 2. St. Mary with the lead. O.J. White back there second. Chuck Monaco, who is the runner-up here on opening day, he sits back in the 3 spot. Here comes opening day winner Joe Orvis in the number 11. Trying to work by Monaco as he rides in third as we exit turn number 4 and across the line. Lap number 2 goes up on the board. 15 laps is the issue. Anthony St. Mary Jr. has the lead for the moment, but O.J. White has got Chuck Monica, Joe Orvis, last week's winner Justin Pope right there as they dice it up down the back straightaway. Francis White, who had that problem with the right rear tire in his qualifying heat race earlier today, got the problem rectified. He's now up into position number 6 as they work it down the front straightaway. I'll tell you what, Anthony St. Mary Jr. looking really good here in the opening laps as we work lap number 3 of this 15-lap contest. St. Mary out to a comfortable 5-car length lead. O.J. White gets a little out of shape. He goes through the infield, gets a bath down there in turn number 2, right in front of Justin Burns and the 52 of Justin McIntyre. But they straighten it out, and White gets turned around, as does Austin Smith on the back straightaway. Yellow lights are on with 3 laps complete. Of course, we had mentioned DirtTrackDigest.tv. If you're not able to join us here on our Friday night program here at the Can-Am Speedway, don't forget you can tune in to the broadcast on DirtTrackDigest.tv. Got to send a special shout out to a good friend of mine all the way up in Prescott, Ontario, Canada. The one and only Liz Ferguson is watching at home. Her son Jonathan, campaigner at the Brockville Speedway in our Dirt Car 358 modified division over there. We'll see them tomorrow night. We got a full program in store at the Boss with the Supernet Truck Shop mini stocks on hand, or Thundercars if you prefer. So the Ferguson family enjoying a night in after a long days of work, I'm sure. So it's Anthony St. Mary Jr., the leader. Joe Orvis, second. Chuck Monica, good start to the year for him. He's into third. Justin Pope had a dominant race car last week. tell you how dominant of a car he had. Justin Pope started 14th on the grid last week, and within 3/4 of a lap, he was up to second. And by the end of lap number 2, he had the lead and never looked back on the way to the win. So that's how good he can be. Justin has been competing in a lot of different racetracks already this year. He went to West Virginia. He was down at the Outlaw Speedway as well. A lot of experience behind the wheel of that 27 ride, and he'll hold on to 4th as we get ready to go back green. 3 laps down, 12 to go. 15 laps is the issue. Coming up after this, we're going to have the Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman feature for 20 laps. Then after that, we will go to Victory Lane with the winner of this event and our Dirt Car Sportsman feature later on. So Mike Leclerc will look the field over. 3 laps down, 12 to go, 15 laps the distance. St. Mary on the gas. Green lights are back on, and away we go. 3 wide into turn number 1 and 2 is St. Mary with the advantage on the bottom. Justin Pope around the top side. He's going to clear everybody. Justin Pope, your new race leader. As they hit the back straightaway, Pope in command of it as they hit turn number 3 and 4. Joe Orvis right there with him to challenge in second off of turn number 4 and across the line. Orvis jumps to second. Chuck Monica, he now planks his ride up into spot number 3. St. Mary to 4th. 52. Justin McIntyre, who went off the speedway on the backstretch a couple of laps ago, was rebounded very nicely up into the top 5 as we work in lap number 4, coming around for lap number 5. And the only 2 winners so far in Marcia Gibbons TLC Real Estate Thundercar competition here at Can-Am are leading the way. O.J. White goes around in turn number 4. And that will bring the yellow flag out possibly. It looks like White's going to get it going. No, we're going to keep green. And good move by White to keep the car rolling as they head down the front straightaway. Justin Pope still with the advantage, though. It's not much of an advantage, though. Maybe a car length over Joe Orvis as they hit turns 1 and 2. Orvis taking a peek to that high lane, thinks better of it, drops back in line. Monica back there in the 3rd spot, followed by Anthony St. Mary Jr. in 4th. The 52 of Justin McIntyre completing your top 5 as they bring it down across the line. Justin Burns is 6th. Steve Smith is 7th. Austin Smith is 8th. Travis Berkman 9th. Robert Flint completes the top 10. 7 laps are down. 1 lap shy of the halfway point. Justin Pope, mentioned he had a great run last week, dominating the feature. Joe Orvis was 2nd. And right now, that's how they ride. 1 and 2. These 2 drivers could be the drivers to watch for the track championship this year. Off of turn number 4, down across the stripe. We're halfway home. 8 down, 7 to go. Justin Pope, Joe Orvis, 1 and 2 this time. Chuck Monica now under attack from the 111 of Anthony St. Mary Jr. as they work it down the back straightaway. Watch for Justin McIntyre, the 52J ride. He's up on that outside lane trying to make something happen as we click off lap number 9, this time by Justin Pope, trying to run away and high, but Joe Orvis is not letting him get away. He's maybe let him get away a couple of car lengths, but that's about it as they head up into turn number 1 and 2. We'll keep our eye on the battle here with the 100 of Chuck Monica, 111 of Anthony St. Mary Jr. back there to 4th. Justin McIntyre doing a great job holding on to position number 5 at the moment as we work off of turn number 4, crossing the line. 5 laps left to go for Justin Pope. Looking to go back-to-back here in the Marcia Gibbons TLC Real Estate Thunderstocks as they head up through turns 1 and 2. Joe Orvis trying to get into victory lane for the 2nd time this year. Or will it be Justin Pope? We're going to find out as we make their way into turn number 3 and 4. We'll have 4 to go. This time by 4 more laps remaining. It's Justin Pope and Joe Orvis, 1 and 2. O.J. White's got a problem here on the front straightaway. The 94 has got a big plume of smoke and some fire underneath the 94. Fire underneath the 94 of O.J. White into turn number 1. He gets it stopped immediately, and he is working to get out of that race car. Looks like the flames have put itself out for now. But O.J. unbuckling the belts, trying to get out of the car, and there he is. Getting out of the car right now. Field has been told to stop under the red flag. 11 laps are complete, 4 to go in this one. A whole lot of fluid being laid down by the 94 of O.J. White. He is out of the car over there, checking underneath the hood of that car. Very good sign to see. we talked about some of the ongoings of the Dirt Car Series that are happening in 2022. We talked about the Super Dirt Car Series. They will get back underway May the 29th at the Weed Sports Speedway. They'll conclude the month of May at the Lebanon Valley Speedway. Dirt Car 358 Modified Series, they opened up at the Fulton Speedway on April the 3rd. Billy Decker led all 60 laps en route to his first series win in quite some time. So Decker, current series point leader. The series heads to the Fulton Speedway on June the 23rd. Billy Dunn, the defending series champion, opened up his defense of his title with a third-place finish on the high banks. Jimmy Phelps was second in that event, by the way. But that series will head to the the Mohawk International Raceway on June the 23rd. Then we'll wait another month. We'll go August 10th at the Thunder Mountain Speedway, before we come here to Can-Am on September the 9th, and then back to Mohawk on September the 16th. Then we will head to the Weed Sports Speedway on October the 4th, Brewerton Speedway October the 5th, and then we'll head to the Salute to the Troops 150 at the Oswego Speedway on October the 8th. That's a Saturday night show, and we'll conclude the series at the Brockville Speedway for the Dirt Outlaw Apparel King Edward Auto Parts Fall Nationals at the Boss to crown the series champion. And of course, the Dirt Car Series in the Dirt Car Sportsman Division, the regional events are taking place. They are underway. The Airborne Speedway in Plattsburgh, they did not get their show in. They did get one lap of the 30-lap feature on April the 3rd. They got that complete. Shane Pecor will be the race leader when that race resumes. There is still no date yet to be determined on that, so we'll keep you posted on that when we find out. The Bear Ridge Speedway in Vermont, they were scheduled to go last Saturday, May the 14th, but rain halted that program. That race has been rescheduled for the East Region on July the 30th. We mentioned the Dirt Car Pro Stock Series. We saw them here on Wednesday night, July the 10th. They will get back at it and head to Glen Ridge. That'll be a Sunday night show on July the 10th. We talked about the upcoming action here at Can-Am. We're off next week, Memorial Day weekend, and we'll come back right here on June the 3rd with a full program. June the 10th, another full show with the Whitesboro Plow Shop Dirt Car 358 Modifieds, Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman, Panther Framework 602 Crate Sprint Cars, Marcia Gibbons TLC Real Estate Thundercars, and the Donat Motorworks Limited Sportsman. Full show on the 17th of June with the same 5 classes as I just mentioned. The Fabco Dirt Car Pro Stocks will join the group as well. And then we'll conclude the month of June with one of the prestigious events ever at the Can-Am Speedway. Was rebirthed in 2018. It is back in full swing. It is the Pabst Shootout. Pabst Shootout, that'll be a Wednesday night show on June the 29th, along with the Empire Super Sprints. And it will be race number 1 for the Central Region for the Dirt Car Sportsman Series. Tyler Corcoran, our defending Bob Johnson Auto Group Dirt Car Sportsman Track Champion. He won the Central Region last year. Looking to do it again. Of course, all those points through the regional system and the track points, the track bonus points, all go towards the championship tour at the end of the season for the Dirt Car Sportsman Series, which will begin at the Massive Malta weekend on September the 23rd. Also, once again, myself, along with a few good friends of mine up in Canada, we have started a racing show, kind of recapping racing action and finding out what's going on in the world of racing, called In the Dirt. I'll be the host of that show. Our new episode just went online today, and we'll be doing at least one a week, and we'll be traveling around to some race shops and talking to some local drivers. Check it out, like and subscribe. if you have not done so already. We certainly do appreciate your support. White flag in the air, and we are going to go back to green. We have got 4 laps left to go. 15 laps is the issue. Justin Pope leads the way. Joe Orvis is second. Chuck Monica, Anthony St. Mary Jr., Justin McIntyre, the top 5. Justin Burns is 6th. Steve Smith is 7th. Travis Berkman is 8th. 9th to Robert Flint. Austin Smith completes the top 10 in the 31. 10 cars remaining on the racetrack. 11 laps are down, 4 to go. Justin Pope looking for back-to-back wins. Mike LeClaire is going to look the field over. Green lights back on, and away we go. Heading up into 1 and 2. Joe Orvis is not going to let Justin Pope get away cleanly as they hit the back straightaway. Pope goes up the racetrack. Orvis trying to find some running room on the high side as well. And Orvis, he runs out of real estate on the back straightaway. Chuck Monica is going to take advantage. He goes to second. Anthony St. Mary to third. Makes heavy contact with Monica into turn number 3 and 4. Orvis is going to try to get second back and does so down the front straightaway with 3 laps left to go. Orvis back to the 2 spot. Here comes Anthony St. Mary in a bit for the outside lane. He's trying for second. Can't quite get it done as Justin Pope draws away from the field by some 10 car lengths right now. Chuck Monica, Justin McIntyre, they're at each other for 4th and 5th as Justin Burns has dropped off the pace on the back straightaway in the 11. Coming around, we'll have 2 to go this time by, and Justin Pope looking really good for back-to-back wins here. The Marcia Gibbons TLC Real Estate Thundercars. Joe Orvis still there for second. St. Mary holding on to third. Chuck Monica battling with Justin McIntyre for the 4th spot. McIntyre has the advantage by a half a car length. Travis Berkman watches the battle from 6th. In the meantime, white flag will be displayed this time by final trip around the Can-Am Speedway for Justin Pope. The Rome, New York native works his way through turns 1 and 2. He's got a healthy lead right off of corner number 2. Joe Orvis still there for second, pulling away from Anthony St. Mary Jr. in third. Justin McIntyre, he's cleared Chuck Monica for position number 4. Monica back to 5th. But in turn number 3 and 4, for the second straight week, Justin Pope out of Rome, New York, wins the Marcia Gibbons TLC Real Estate Thundercar feature. Joe Orvis will cross in second, Anthony St. Mary Jr. to third, followed by Justin McIntyre to 4th, and Chuck Monica completes your top 5.